At the moment, we're in the Prince of Wales Hotel in Southport with Mr. England,
Mr. Northern Ireland,
and Mr. Malta.
Is it the first time you've ever entered anything like this?
Well, for me, no, it's the third time.
Third time?
Yeah.
Is it nerve-wracking each time you do it?
Well, every time the level gets even higher, so it is a bit, but it's okay.
First time for me, so it's been a whole new experience, but it's been a really good one. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it all started for me back in May when I done Mr. Liverpool, so you could class that as another event, and then obviously I did Mr. England, and then that actually got me into Mr. World. But it's my first time ever doing pageants, but obviously I've been going higher and higher each time. So.
What do you think you've learnt so far about the system and the way it works? Have you had any real good experiences and anything you want to share?
Well, they've all been very good experiences because obviously you're meeting everybody from around the world. You made a family from everyone around the world. It's not all the other competitions I've been in. Were international competitions were nothing like this. It was usually just a week based on just modelling, pure modelling. Where in this competition you've got a package of everything. It's how physical you are, how good you are with people, how intelligent you are, if you're a good cook, apparently. So it's basically boils everything down to the whole. How can I explain? But
The whole package.
Yeah, the whole package. What's first thing?
Yeah, I mean they're looking for it's the modern day man, you know, and that's what that entails. Big thing that stood out for me is the amount of teamwork which has been required and the amount of skills that individually everyone has, which helps with the teamwork has been unbelievable. You know, the team challenges have been very, very hard, but everybody has helped out each other, and that's been really key.
Yeah, it is. That's been the key part. I just think it's fantastic that 46 candidates from around the world has obviously come to England, and how well we get on. We class each other as brothers. There's not one bad thing I can say about any lads. And now we've got mates in every country around the world, so...
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I saw earlier on this week you did a live video feed on, was it Facebook?
Facebook.
Yeah. Have you all been doing that, or...?
So the guy who obviously got me into doing that was Malta's been doing it quite a lot, and then obviously he helped me do my first one, so then I love doing it after that, and I just think it's great because you can obviously get behind the scenes of Mr. World out to the community, whoever's following you all around the world, and they get to see what you're doing, to be honest. But this guy's been doing it quite a lot.
What's great about us, in fact I'm usually the one always behind the camera because I don't just like showing myself, but I obviously want others just to know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously a lot of people would like to know what's going on but don't have the means to do so. So besides that, it's also entertaining for all the audience out there and those who are supporting us from abroad to actually see what's going on and to actually see what the boys are like. You know, because it's one thing seeing them on television, it's one thing seeing them on a picture, and it's different when you see them live.
Yeah, I mean everyone's had like so many friend requests a day from, you know, people around the world, and it's those people obviously don't know us. Our friends on Facebook before this did, so it's so good for, you know, the people who are adding us from around the world. They get to see us personally rather than just what we put on our, you know, Mr. World pages and stuff like that. They get a real chance to see who we really are and what we are like as people.
Out of it, what do you think is going to be your most memorable moment so far?
Well, for me, it was the group team event where we done the 10-ton challenge, because obviously I was doing something for the community where obviously we were doing the gardens up, but then also we were working as teams and pushing each other on, and you could see in people's faces that they wanted to do well, and when they were getting tired, people were cheering them on, getting them up, and they were getting motivated to do more, and that for me, that was just amazing.
My opinion, I think the whole, in general, like the whole 2 weeks we've been here, I remember somebody said, I forgot who said this, but I think it was Steve. I remember the first day he gave us a speech. He told us to welcome each other, make friends, make sure you bond together, because by the time you're done from here, it's going to be hard to go away. And I think that's true, because I'm already feeling it. Tomorrow's just the last day, and we're all going to have to go our separate ways, but I think it's very difficult. It's one of the most difficult things we're going to have to do.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things stand out. I mean, the amount that we've learned from each other is crazy. But for me, I think the extreme challenge when the military guy was pushing us, I mean, there were guys in my team who showed such mental strength where, you know, I was ready to give up and I didn't expect, you know, Mr. Wherever to be the guy who was pushing me along. You know, in the first day, if he had told me that so-and-so was going to be, you know, pushing me to do more press-ups up a hill, I would have been like, nah, no way. But then, you know, the real mental strength and character came through everyone, and that really stood out.
What do you think of British weather?
British weather. Well, I come from an island where it's always sunny, so the first 2 days were a bit not so good, put it this way, but we had quite good weather the rest of the day, so nothing to complain about that, that's for sure.
I won't ask it for you two.
We're used to it, yeah.
Just everyday typical weather for us.
Yeah.
So, last question. How are you feeling about the next big task, the big final? Are you all prepared for it?
I'm just taking each step as it comes, like however I feel tomorrow, to be honest, that's how I feel. For me, it's quite going to be quite sad and emotional because obviously we were talking about before, like we're one big family now, and to know that it's coming to the end and that one of the lads obviously are going to become Mr. World, but then obviously we're going to send off to our own ways is quite emotional, to be honest, because I've spent 2 weeks with these lads and I've got to know the lads inside out every single day and made so many good memories with them. So for them obviously just to go, like, it's not round the corner, it's the other side of the world, and that is quite emotional, to be honest.
So are you all going to keep in touch?
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Definitely. In fact, I'm inviting anyone who wants to come over, especially guys from the UK, because it's apparently the trip is very short, flights are cheap, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You can come to Northern Ireland anytime.
Definitely.
So what about you two? Are you dreading tomorrow?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm dreading tomorrow. I've worked hard a lot. I've done everything I could or possibly can. But to be here, I think for me, especially for my coming from my country, just to be here is already enough. Honestly, I already feel like a winner because apart from all this support I have from back home and abroad, it's already enough. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the first couple of days of rehearsals and learning the routines, I was dreading it. But I mean, I'm not a very good dancer. But the staff have been so good. I mean, we've been going through rehearsals every day, and now I'm just excited about it. I mean, as Chris said, like, I already know at the very end there's going to be a lot of guys crying and hugging, and it's going to be so. The fact that how genuine that emotion is going to be and raw it's going to be is just going to be. It's something that I really hope that I can savour and remember for the rest of my life. I'm sure I will. So for me, I know it's going to fly in. I just hope I can keep as much of it inside me as possible. Do you know?
Yeah.
Well, good luck with tomorrow. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
And thank you for speaking to us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're again at the Prince of Wales Hotel in Southport with the Mr. World contestants. Can you quickly say your names and where you're from?
I'm Joe Street and I'm representing Wales.
I am Alexander Ouellette and I am representing the United States.
I am Yuki Sato and I'm representing Japan.
Fernando Alvarez and I'm representing Puerto Rico.
I'm Rasmus Pedersen and I'm representing Denmark.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've entered this?
Yep.
Yes.
Video pageant? Or video pageant?
First time you've entered?
Yeah, my second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
For me too.
So, do you find it nerve-wracking each time you've done it?
Well, not at all. It's a blessing for us. I speak for all of us because it's a blessing to have our country in our heart and have all the people of Puerto Rico, Wales, wherever place you're from, to be supporting and just to give your best. It's a blessing, not nerve-wracking, just something that we appreciate and embrace in our hearts.
Now, you've all been working extremely hard because it's the finals tomorrow night. What's been the hardest part of the challenges and stuff for you?
Extreme sports all day.
Easily.
It was 24 hours for all of us that day.
I will disagree with that and
Yeah.
say 8-hour consecutive dance rehearsals have been the hardest part.
I agree.
Now, I did hear someone's very good at making omelettes. Is that correct?
Two of us that are
Yeah.
quite good at making omelets.
I mean, my omelet was pretty good, so.
I won my round when we were making
I
omelets.
personally thought mine was really, really good.
You know, the beauty of
I
all
enjoyed
of
the
it.
taste.
That's what everybody
I managed
says.
to create a Welsh
There-
flag using
Yeah.
mozzarella, avocado, and carving a red dragon.
We just put,
out of the
we just
tomato,
put our
which I
country's
tasted
taste in
but
all of our omelets. So it's
maybe-
something special for all of us to see different nationalities' omelets on it, yeah. It all tastes really well.
Now, I believe you've actually built up quite a comradeship between your.
Our brotherhood, man, just to see countries, you know, just from different parts of the world and to stick together as brothers. We click really well. Nobody, you know, has nothing bad to say about other candidates. We all click really well, and forever and ever, whenever I'm in Wales or whatever place I have a home there. So we all embrace this, you know, this competition really well.
It's amazing because obviously you're put in a situation with people from all over the world, which in itself stands to be such an incredible experience. But more importantly than that, they've all been selected from their countries because they're such unusual and fantastic and interesting people, and it's just amazing, I think.
And it is a competitive environment, definitely, because it is a competition, but there isn't that attitude here. It's not like people are trying to hamstring each other or work to the detriment of one another. It's more of a group working to build up each other's strengths rather than actively trying to beat someone else.
And you know, there's language barriers. Some of us can't even speak English
That's
within
right.
the contestant, but still we get along. You know, if I were to name one, Mr. Korea,
No,
he speaks no English, but he's like probably the most likable guy in this whole
Yeah.
tournament. So you know, we just break a lot of barriers and come together as one.
We just had our final day of rehearsals, and he won our rehearsed.
He was the winner for the rehearsal today.
Which I think everyone was quite happy with. I think, you know,
Just to sum it up, you know, our stay here, I think I speak for all of us when I say it's been perfect. Not the kind of perfect where wrong, you know, the kind of perfect where everything is perfect, but the kind of perfect where being wrong doesn't matter, you know, because we're all human, we're all brothers. You know, I leave Denmark with 5 brothers, and I go back with 50, so I'm happy.
So, out of it, what's going to be your most memorable moment?
Let's go from the right.
Well, winning.
That's a bold statement, man. That's a bold statement.
No, I think probably the 24 hours of the Extreme Challenge, because it was the first competition that we had, and you initially think that, you know, you've made these relationships and perhaps they'll, you know, the competition will get in the way of that. But when you saw people struggling and you saw how much everyone was putting into it, of course that competition was there. But when you see people collapse on the floor, when you see people out of breath, when you see your friends struggling, you can't help but kind of be drawn closer to them and just, you know, empathise with them about how they are. And, you know, I think it was the first thing that really sort of put us closer together, even more so than we were before.
For me, I would say my favorite moment or day, if you will, would actually be the day that we did the omelet challenge and then moved 10 tons of mulch, because I thought it was kind of a microcosm of the event as a whole. You saw guys expressing a very creative side that you wouldn't normally see in this competition, and definitely showing off their individual skill sets, but then they came together pretty much immediately after that to do something very, very physical in a group setting where, yes, we were competing, you know, between groups, but you also saw people racing filled with wheelbarrows of mulch, and they would courteously move out of the way of each other so they wouldn't knock over their competitors and hurt them. And, like, for me, that was kind of what epitomized the competition.
Me, it's actually outside of the competition, our free time when we're walking around this beautiful city of Southport with our brothers and just talking about life, you know, like, you know, our dreams, what we've been through, you know, just talking about families, even, you know, the loved ones. Those kind of things really bring you together. It's a beautiful city to walk through. You know, yesterday after the interview, we went all the way down to the pier to get some pizza. And, you know, the walk was just beautiful, just talking about everything, and the scenery is great, you know, taking photos, just connecting together. I think those are the times that really bring you together outside of the competition.
For me, I think today I passed one of the most touching experiences in my life. I know that has yet come the most emotional moment on all the competition will be the goodbyes. But today, I cannot say what moment it is because I will be bashing the whole competition. But at one point you'll see all the voices of all the countries of my brothers, you know, to see them, you know, hugging and seeing the light and that spark of the eye, you know, the brotherhood that we've done this whole 2 weeks, and to remember walking in the street together, building I don't know, a family, eating together, and all those memories just for me stood up today in the rehearsal, and it will be really emotional for me to say goodbye to them. So forever, you will be my brothers, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, for me, I think, I know, the most memorable moment was when we were going to play golf. Because the golf in itself was not very memorable because I really bad at golf, but I did my best. But it was because of the reason we were there. The story about Julian and how he was working to introduce this golf ball into the golf ball world, and you know, his story really touched my heart, and I know he's fighting, so you know, that was for him. All of us did it for him.
Well, thank you for your time. Wish you all the best of luck next week. Tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I hope you'll have a safe journey back wherever you've actually come from. And enjoy the British weather whilst it lasts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you